come up to the range, kind of play holes in my head. So I'll start with the driver, have a hole in my head, kind of think of a trajectory that you want to play the shot, where you want it to go, where you want to be, how far you want to have out, of that nature. So you'll hit your drive, kind of in correspondence to the hole, and so forth until you get on the green, essentially. So just kind of judging on how you hit those shots, you're able to kind of judge where you're going to be on the course and what you're going to have to hit. So that's just something you can do. Picking not so general targets, picking more specific and kind of trying to narrow your margin of error is another thing that you can do, just to try and eliminate those misses. So that way, once you get out onto the course, you can really start hunting at those pins and getting close to the stick. All right, so when you're hitting these chip shots, what kind of like mental imagery are you trying to go with here?
Pretty much right for the pin.
Okay. Do you pick a spot around the hole, or?
Yeah, I mean, usually if I see a little bit of break, I'll play it a little bit.
Okay.
But usually I just kind of go for the pin.
Okay. Let's try and hit a couple shots here. I noticed that you've kind of had a tendency to hit them past the pin, even though it's an uphill shot here. So let's go ahead and try and pick a spot on the green where we can leave it short of the hole, kind of work on your game management a little bit, so that way you have an uphill putt rather than a kind of slippery downhill, because you'll tend to make a lot more of those uphill putts than you will with those downhill ones. So let's go ahead and pick a spot. Maybe try and land somewhere in here, and that'll just kind of give you the ball will still roll out, but if it stays short, you'll at least still have an uphill putt.
Yeah.
There you go. It's all right. It's just something good that you can keep in mind when you're playing in those competitive rounds, is that you'd rather have